Hi, my name is drunk enough to get in front of a webcam. In recent update from Pottermore, we found out that
back in the day, wizards constantly shit their pants.
Listen, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. This would be a really good place to put some theme music in.
If I had one. Sorry.
Anyway, this video would have been put up sooner, but I had finals and switched to a new job, so here we are. And it was cool that some people actually watched what was basically a passion project for me. And I've gotten some good feedback and critiques, so I'm going to do my best to implement them. And one of those things was adding music in the background. So here we go. Anyway, if you can read and you clicked on the video, you know we're going to be talking about the top 10 things that I found wrong with the new Fantastic Beasts movie. I saw it a few weeks after it came out, and it was a solid train wreck that managed to destroy literally everything good about the first movie. There are going to be some spoilers, but I highly recommend you listen to what I have to say before even attempting to watch this movie. Here we go. Number 1. No one talks to each other. By this, I mean that no one communicates with each other. Everything feels like monologues, saying things for the audience to hear for the sake of plot convenience. There's a scene where Jacob laments and misses his relationship with Queenie, and he wants to talk about what it feels like to be in love. And it's a nice speech, but at the end of it, Newt isn't even listening. And basically what happens is Jacob doesn't repeat himself. There's no point to it. There's no, what were you saying? This was obviously important to you. I'll listen. It was just a pointless scene.
And then there's just the awkwardness. The sisters are in the same room together and they don't even say hello to each other. Newt and Tina's combos became like them talking to themselves, just talking to a mirror. There was no growth. There was no anything. It was just strange. Number 2. They ruined Jacob and Queenie. This hurt me so much. Queenie and Jacob were literally the best couple, and the only thing I had a real attachment to from the first movie. They fell apart in this movie, and just give me a second because of how stupid this is. Queenie and Jacob get in a fight because she wants to marry him, but his memory would be erased and they'd be put into jail because it's illegal in America. Which is stupid, but whatever, we're gonna keep going. Queenie then decides, instead of mentioning the fact that Britain doesn't give a shit about that she's just gonna cast a charm on him and take him there, instead of having a conversation, like a normal human would. He gets the charm removed when they run into Newt. By the way, this is essentially like magic date rape. Then, they get into a fight, and Queenie is the one enraged and goes to find her sister in France. Later, Queenie has a breakdown in the Paris streets and gets scooped up by Grindlewald's lackey. She gets swayed because Grindlewald's all like, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck you because you're innocent or something. You can go have fun now. And she's all like, this man's amazing. I want to hear what he has to say. Then they have a cult meeting, which will be brought up later. And Queenie's all, yes, Queen, I'll leave my man to stop World War II. And then she screams at Jacob to walk through the fire to join a man that she knows and he knows hates muggles. So that's cool. Totally in her character. Number 3. Tina don't give a shit about no one but Newt. She watches her sister go through flames and blinks like she gives no shits about her and saves Jacob instead, when at this point in the story we know that they have issues.
She needs to sort out her priorities.
We know that they haven't talked to each other because of Jacob and Queenie's relationship together. She never supported it. Number 4. The fact that Grindlewald didn't go for the obvious argument. So remember that cult meeting? Yeah, it's not clear because the writing in this movie is shit and the dialogue makes everything confusing. But Grindlewald wants to control the muggles because a divination device, which looks like a skull bong, just predicted World War II. And the only reason why we know this is World War II is because they just show us Nagasaki bomb, people lining up supposedly for genocide, and then people fighting. There are 3 things that are obviously World War II, but not obviously clear enough. When I left the movie theater with people, they didn't understand what was going on at all. They just kind of were just so confuddled because it was so rushed. He wants to stop the Muggles so he can prevent all of the genocide, all of the nuclear war, and everything, which is a really solid argument. But he doesn't say it, So I'm both not sure and mad at him for not saying it. Number 5. This is the biggest spoiler, but Albus's made-up brother. At the end of the movie, Credence was shown to be Albus's fanfiction brother. Yeah, I know. Number 6. Remember the sense of empowerment JK got by casting a Korean woman to play a role that wasn't even supposed to be human to begin with? Turns out, she's not important to the plot, like at all, and was just to stir the pot for the media before the release. Number 7. Not even queer baiting. Me and my friend kept joking that we thought there would be some sort of flashback sequence where Albus and Grindlewald pressed their hands against the glass and looked at each other in anguish. But we didn't even get that. Albus just watches as they made a blood pact. There isn't even a LeFou level of gay reference in there. Grow some balls, JK. Number 8. They crammed all of the plot in the last hour. Literally nothing happens, including exposition, until the last half hour of the movie. We get some story with the Lestrange girl and her brother who think that Credence is their long-lost brother, child thing. It's just really stupid and forced character development for a character that dies in like the last 15 minutes of the movie. Number 9. Why even call it Fantastic Beasts if the beasts themselves have to be shoehorned into the last movie? There were next to no creatures in the parts of the movies that really mattered. Only 3 new ones were really introduced, and only one of them tied into the actual plot. Number 10. CGI woman at the French Ministry of Magic. I really can't make this shit up. We've hit Star Wars prequels levels with the Harry Potter film. There was this administrator who for some reason couldn't be played by an actual human. Yeah, I know there's probably a credited actress for the role, but it was clearly mod-capped. It was Princess Leia in Rogue One levels of weird CGI. She stands next to some CGI cats who had a reason to be CGI, and she just points and orders them somewhere to go, and there's just no reason for her to be CGI at all. I don't know if there's some sort of Pottermore like dump of knowledge about this character and they couldn't find an actress to play her because she's supposed to be this ethereal witch who never ages but is old. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was a point. The 2 people that I was watching it with didn't understand what the point of her was either. It was just very strange.
And it's honestly just downhill from here.
In other news, JK does have a Harry Potter RPG game in the works, so hopefully that won't be crap. But, in other news, I am going to be renewing my M. Night Shyamalan, The Progression of Shit series. Me and my friend Tony looked over all of his movies in the past. The videos are on my channel. They're shit, but if you want to watch them, go for it. And we talked about most of his movies. I think the only one we missed was Avatar: Last Airbender, and we left off before The Visit. We did do a video on it, but I think it never got published. We've both seen it, so we're gonna do like a little video that's more styled like this, and it should be coming out soon depending on how overwhelmed I get with school. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for like clicking on me again if you watched the first one. I am literally doing this just for fun, so yeah.